Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of Unpacking with Sarah. I'm your host, Sarah Westbrook, and today we're going to be talking about flexibility in thinking and a little bit about cognitive dissonance. So, what is cognitive dissonance? The easiest way that I explain cognitive dissonance is that when you believe something to be true or you think something is true and you get information that challenges that, you get a feeling of discomfort. And that feeling of discomfort is dissonance. And usually we say cognitive dissonance because it's the way we're thinking or believing or experiencing something. And so when something comes in that challenges that previously held thought or belief, we get really uncomfortable, which is okay. That comfort means, let's get curious. Except that our brain doesn't like getting curious, especially if it feels threatened. So when I've got a belief that I believe is super true, or I've got all this evidence to support that what I believe right now is absolute truth, and somebody comes to me with evidence saying that it's not true, my initial response is to get defensive. My amygdala gets a little bit tickled, and that's where that uncomfortable feeling comes from. And our brain's response when that amygdala gets tickled is turn it off, calm it down, shut it up. We want to go back to that place of comfort because that place of comfort is what is most comfortable and safest for us. Well, our brain lies. Our brain lies all the time. Our brain is not something that seeks for truth as quickly as it seeks for immediate resolution so that I feel comfortable. And that is why feelings of discomfort or uncomfortable emotions can sometimes be so difficult. Um, when we talk about flexible thinking, we talk about, sorry, if my table and everything, I moved that book and everything started to shake. It's not an earthquake, I swear. Um, so the book that Brene Brown wrote, The Atlas of the Heart, she quotes Adam Grant, and Adam Grant says, intelligence is traditionally viewed as the ability to think and learn. Yet, in a turbulent world, there's another set of cognitive skills that might matter more: the ability to rethink and unlearn. And that is where our flexible thinking skills come in and can really benefit us, is that we have to get to a place where we are able to take in this new information and not identify it as a threat. We're really good at taking new information and going, that's threatening, go away. And we need to be able to go, that's new information. Let me think about it. Let me get curious about it. Let me ask those what and how questions. Let me do these things that allow me to rethink and unlearn, because so many things in our lives that we have learned before we even knew how to think are getting in the way of our ability to grow and become who we really want to be. Now, it's okay if you really genuinely get curious and you come back to the conclusion I held before feels the most true for me, and I'm going to continue to believe that way. Totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Flexible thinking isn't meant to always change your opinion to something new. It's for you to think about things differently and kind of stretch the way that you understand and experience the world. Flexible thinking is about getting out of that black and white thinking that we have talked about for the last several sessions. And flexible thinking, again, is on a spectrum. There are some things I'm not flexible about in my thinking. I am not flexible about how old a person needs to be before they're able to consent to certain things. My flexibility on that is about this big. There's not a lot of flexibility. My flexibility in thinking about existential truth, very, very flexible, because there's no way to prove it. There's no way to demonstrate it over and over and over again, experientially, thinking wise, or in tangible fact. Um, Flexible thinking is our ability to sit down and discuss and think about things in a way that shifts our perspective so that we can better understand the world of the people around us and find truths that are more based in reality rather than in belief. And that can be a really difficult thing for people. Your beliefs aren't necessarily wrong, but beliefs get us stuck in black and white thinking a lot of the time. So I hope that that information helps. I wanted to also share with you my good morning view today. Was these lovely, beautiful horses. So you can see one, you can actually see all six of my horses in here. So this will be starting from the left of your screen, moving to the right. We have Dia, we have Xavier, the little black one hiding behind the gray horse, Tico. Then we have Clemmy, who's the next black horse. All the way in that back right corner is Miss Trixie Bitch, and she is a bitch. Love her to pieces. She will ride beautifully, but she's going to give you attitude on the ground for sure. And then the one in the front with that beautiful mane is Applejack, or AJ. We are really excited to announce that the Neuro Connected Wellness Farm has been officially named, and we are finalizing the tax paperwork to be a nonprofit organization, where we will be using the hobby farm as a servicer for animal assisted therapy with Westbrook Counseling and Coaching. And we are so excited about that. We need everything that you can think of. We need new fencing, we need help with a barn, we need help with everything. I was adding up the other day how much it costs a month to take care of each of those horses, and I left those numbers at the house, so I will get those to you hopefully next session. But here is our Venmo number. We will be nonprofit soon. If you'd like to donate and help us out to really build up the Neuroconnected Wellness Farm, we would greatly appreciate it because it's expensive, and we really hope to bring healing, cognitive and mental healing, not only to the animals that are here, but also to the humans that are going to be engaging with these animals as part of the therapeutic services offered at the Neuroconnected Wellness Farm here in Ullman, Missouri. So thank you so much for that. And we will go through here. We're going to have a session that is just about the farm. It won't be part of unpacking anything. It's just going to be an introduction, and it'll run on all of our podcast feeds and everything to introduce you to each of the animals and give you their backstory, because most of these animals have been rescued, and they get to live out the rest of their life in peace and love here at the Neuroconnected Wellness Farm. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we will see you next time. Bye.